and you see that you're currently being held by Saban, and you are with the rest of the group outside in the wilderness. How long has it been? You see the light of day. Well, not light particularly. You see the dimness of day.
Hey, you're finally awake.
You're caught in the werewolf abyss, just like us.
Scratch that. Okay, how am I being held exactly?
Like, Saban.
You were caught trying to cross the river.
What does that mean? Are you giving me a piggyback ride?
So like this.
Oh, fine.
So we're not yet at the cart.
No, you're not.
All right.
You're like half the way there.
In that case, fireman's carry-out than just.
Also, I'm assuming you have
Septimus
Synthi with you.
Septimus seems like a light boy. Yeah.
We could just throw him on
Synthi.
Yeah. Just throw him over.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, Septimus.
Rika.
Yep.
Bond me. How did you get me out?
We negotiated a deal. Yep.
What kind of deal?
Well, first of all,
we hunted for them.
Yeah. And second of all, we promised not to tell anyone of their location. Third of all, we're also supposed to tell you that it'd be great if you could just in general not kill any werewolves. You know, of course, if they're opposing us on the side of Strahd, it's gonna be a bit harder. But in general, not just go around killing werewolves.
Septimus starts tapping himself to make sure everything's there, like the silver sword and everything.
Holds up the bag. It's just we're on our way back to the car.
Right. There was a guy that I was in prison with. His name is Arseni.
Mm-hmm.
He was let out one day before 2 or 5. How long was I in there? He was let out before I was.
We were in there for like 2 days. Well, this is 3 days. It's 3 days. 3 days. We were there 3 days.
I think at this point... No, you also stayed the night there, so it's like sort of like the dawn of the 4th day.
4th day. Okay. We've been there 4 days. It's not too long.
But yeah, I mean... No, actually, you wouldn't know. You basically hunted... Basically, you were completely the opposite of like how werewolves did their business. You were basically active during the day and slept during the night, unlike them. So you don't really know what happened there.
I mean, Rika stays up late, so...
Actually, you know what? I'm going to say, roll me diplomacy just to see how well you sort of get along with them in general. To see if
diplomacy.
Is that a thing? Persuasion then?
Yeah, there's no diplomacy there.
Then go with persuasion. Sorry, I sometimes get them confused.
Okay,
fuck it. Actually, with talking with Gresha and some other acquaintances you made, you actually heard that one of the wolves that they also kept in the same place, they were going to give to Strahd to try and get back some of the some of their kind that he's currently holding captive.
So another tribe.
Yes, exactly. What?
So another tribe's werewolf.
No. He was the tribe of this one, but he did
crimes.
Yes, he did crime.
Be werewolf?
What?
Do crimes be werewolf?
Do crimes be werewolves?
Do crimes be? It's a player and it's a meme. Don't worry.
Okay, fine. No, it appears that he has stolen. He has stolen from the den and done a few other things. But in any case, it appears that due to that, he was a repeat offender. They've decided to just get rid of him and send him out to Strahd. So you do know who she is. Who Septimus is talking about.
Yeah, well, he was, yeah, okay. And the guy who you were in there with was kind of a repeat offender. So, he was trying to go to Strahd. In exchange for other werewolves.
He said he was afraid of something like that happening.
Well, it was not the first time he'd stolen things.
Right. Thank you for getting me out of there.
Yeah, not like we could leave you. You know, as Outlanders, we need to stick together.
Irene sort of like.
Well, and you, Irene. We wouldn't ever leave you behind.
I caught a rabbit.
Well done. Thank you for everything. You didn't tell them my name by any chance. It didn't slip.
I don't think we did we?
No.
No, I think we referred to you primarily by our friend, companion, you know.
Okay.
Also, we didn't really talk a lot about you seeing.
Yeah.
I do have to say, it was quite an interesting few days. I never thought that. I never knew I'd ever see werewolves that close up.
Hmm.
Well,
It was a bit surreal.
well, this journey is certainly expanding your horizons.
I suppose so, yeah. I'm just happy none of them tried to kill us.
Did you meet the one that we caught once? The one that Saban punched?
Oh yes,
The sheep
talked.
one.
She was primarily the reason why we didn't just get killed.
Really?
She talked in our
Yeah.
favor. Yes, quite extensively.
That's
You know, feeding her, keeping her safe from some of the Vistani. You know, that kind of put her in a friendly disposition to us.
fair enough. Regrettable that I didn't get to thank her, but
Well, I suppose so.
I trust you did in my stead.
Yeah, we did shoot.
We had a few days with her, so yes,
I'm gonna say yeah.
extensively. But you know, it's also great because I got a fair few notes on werewolf culture.
That's wonderful, Rika. Septimus is gonna stare up at the sky dejectedly.
The sky scares back. Well, at least it kind of feels like that because there's a few beams of light that look back. It kind of shaped like eyes, but oh, actually, the more you look at it, it kind of looks like ice cream.
Ice cream?
Now it looks like a bird. Oh, hey, look, a bird.
Oh god.
A blue bird?
No, it's a normal bird. It's just flying overhead.
Is it even a raven?
You and Barovia. Chances are it
Fair
is.
enough.
Is it blue though?
No, it's not.
I just wish they'd had the courtesy of at least giving me a torch. I have spent 4 days in utter darkness.
Sorry to hear that.
Have an impact.
I'll be alright. Let's just get to the car. I'll be fine.
Anyway, it was also an interesting place that kept. It was an interesting place where they kept acid. It was the front chamber to some kind of religious site from maybe 1,000 years ago.
Mm.
Yeah.
Barovia is that old?
Some parts apparently. Maybe not Barovia as the country, but this place certainly is.
What
So
kind of god is? What kind of god?
A god, some kind of god is of the mountain. The main door was kind of locked behind a phrase, so we tried to work that out. Still haven't really gotten it, so it is what it is.
It's still interesting.
Are you sure you're fine?
I'm alright. I'll walk it off. 4 days in the pitch blackness. You have a lot of time to think and a lot of time to. Your mind goes places that you didn't think it would ever go. But it's over. Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. It wasn't nearly as bad for us. I think at tops I spent like an hour in the dark, so it's not nearly as what happened to you.
Yeah, and the dark isn't necessarily a problem for me.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. The sooner we put some distance between ourselves and this place, wherever we are.
Did they at least explain to you what was going on, or did they just completely leave you there? I remember the scariest.
They didn't tell me anything.
Oh dear.
The only person who told me anything in that place was Arsene, the werewolf that I met.
Was he nice?
No, I'm still alive. I think that's about as nice as you can expect a werewolf to be. He didn't attack me, I didn't attack him. We just shared a few words. He told me a few things. I told him a few, and when the only other voice in the darkness is a werewolf, you don't really care so long as you get to keep hearing it. Regardless, I'm fine. Really, I'll walk it off so long as we just get out of here.
Speaking of which, at this point you have arrived at the location that Rika had showed you, and we're gonna say that Sabani had time to for you and Crane to punch each other. Rika was quite fascinating. Nobody's looking. Everyone has their head turned away, like, huh?
The map is on there, so that's why I'm looking there.
I'm writing notes.
I see. Okay. Anyway, so, as you travel on, you actually get to that point, and you see a shallow bit of river where presumably somebody has driven your cart over to the other side. However, on the other side, you see your cart somewhat broken with with some of those animals lying about. One of which seems to be sleeping in it currently, while the others are just lazily walking about. There's about 3 of them.
What the heck are those?
No idea.
Are they alive?
I think so.
They do appear to be. This is not some sort of undead minion. This just seems to be an animal.
I'm gonna see if I can use. Could I use mold earth to scare them away?
Well, first of all, you would need to cross the river, at which point they would
Well, I guess
probably
it's
notice you.
30 feet. Is it within 30 feet?
The river is... You would have to get quite close to the river, at which point they would probably see you. I would have you roll stealth if you want to do it sneakily.
I can try to do it stealthily.
Alright. Roll me a stealth check just to see how close you can get, if you can get into position without any of them noticing. Okay, yes. You're very close to the river, but luckily nearby there's a rock. So you huddle behind it, and you have a good view of it. You can barely reach over the river, and that should be enough. It's not very close to the animals, but it should be enough to get their attention. Maybe scare them off.
Okay.
So what's your plan? What are you exactly going to do?
Well, mold earth can, in a 5-foot cube, it of course takes an action to do it, but that's per 6 seconds. And it's just somatic components. So, you can either tighten an area of loose earth and excavate it, and move it along the ground and deposit it up to 5 feet away. The movement doesn't cause damage. Oh, that's fine. But you can cause shapes, colors, or both to appear on dirt or stone, spelling out words, create images, or shaping patterns. Or I can cause it to become difficult terrain.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to use the shapes and colors and such, and
to scare them.
Yes, to move it and try to, lift it a little and make things that might scare them. Because the earth suddenly begins moving. Try to take some of the soil from the river and move it up.
Right, let me just think about this. I think I'll have you roll... intimidation with disadvantage, because at the end of the day it is just dirt and you can only move very little around it in every 6 seconds.
Ah yes, intimidation. Charisma.
Ah yeah, well...
My main stat. Fuck.
Oh wow!
I do not care.
Oh no,
You
they
have
do
tamed them
care.
successfully.
They very much do care. As you basically start doing this with... you start basically by heaving up an amount of dirt up into the air, making it swirl around a little, take a shape, and then so on, you move it around again. And you do get the attention of... one of them is sleeping. The other 2 seem to just be lazily moving around. And both of them seem to actually go like, what's that? And they start moving towards it, sniffing it and sort of like putting a snoot, sort of kind of playing with it looks like. You try to move it around like more furiously towards them, but it's not enough force to deal damage. Rather just sort of like slowly push earth into their face and just go. They seem to enjoy it actually.
Wait, idea. I slowly move it along the bank. away from the cart.
Okay. Roll me a persuasion to see how no, actually persuasion is stupid. Let's go with survival actually.
Okay, at disadvantage.
Because you're trying to no disadvantage. Just survival. You're trying to lure them.
Oh, for God's sakes!
You're not good with rolling, are you?
What did I do, Jesus?
Right. Well, just as you do that, as you try to slowly lure them away, they go and return back to their place. One of them actually sort of seems to be the place where you actually first started with the dirt. Seems to be digging there now, looking around. Continues digging, while the other guy goes to the sleeping friend and nudges it slowly, and then goes to the place where the first one is digging. Goes like, there's something. Now the third one that was previously asleep is starting to get up and also walk to the spot where he first started with the earth. And they all seem to be standing there, where one of them digs and the other one looks. While this is happening, as they have moved closer to the river and are all standing there, I want you to roll me another stealth check. No, you're still good. Despite the fact that how incompetent you are with understanding animals, you have managed to really hug against that rock. Also, well, Saban and Septimus, you don't exactly see very well what is happening with the animals. You just see the silhouettes. You don't see exactly what has happened with the dirt. You do see that you're not quite sure what Rika did, but before they was sort of minding their own business. Now they're all standing at the river. Like, one of them was asleep before.
So, did it leave the cart?
Yes, but they're not standing that far away from it.
Okay. Depends on how fast they are. I am gonna fire a firebolt, and I am bolting.
Sorry, you are what?
I'm firing a firebolt at them.
Uh-huh.
And I am running.
Running where?
Away from the river.
Okay.
Well, actually, I'm not gonna see their reaction first. If they get aggressive, I'm gonna bolt.
Okay. Actually, okay. You try to shoot a firebolt at one of them. Anyone in particular, or does this?
Middle one.
Okay. Roll me to hit. Let's start off with that. And I need... Okay, here we have... That misses! So, as you start banishing that firebolt, it harmlessly goes into the water and there's a little bit of smoke that rises upwards. However, that was enough to catch the attention of 3 of them, who now look at you, and 2 of them back off, while the first one daringly interposes him in front of the river and, puts down his horns into a battle stance and sort of stands there, eyeing you. Once again, I will say that the river here is shallow. You are able to come across it, and you believe that the animal will probably too.
Okay. Actually, I wouldn't run away from the room. Okay. So, the other 2 backed away. Those are probably females. This one's probably male, protecting the herd. Okay, I'm gonna fire another firebolt. See if it actually comes at me.
Okay. Go ahead. Roll. You see him doing this. Like, before that, he seems to have, trying to do something to sneakily lure them away. And now, just suddenly, out of nowhere, you just see Rika going like, Throwing fireballs after fireballs.
Something new. Tell something new.
Yeah. Classic Riga. If at first you don't succeed, blast them.
Okay, you're aiming at the one that is taking a combat stance?
Yes.
Okay, you hit. You hit it right into its back, where fire seems to burn, and it has burn marks, and it just yowls open and then starts rushing at you.
I am running.
Okay,
So fast.
we'll roll initiative now.
Great.
You.
1 hit point. Why would you do this?
No. You two hide in the woods. It's on me.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Right. So I probably also need to roll for initiative, probably. Okay. So I have. Okay, you go first. So you start dashing or what?
Yes, dashing like. Okay, so if this is the river and the crossing is here, I'm running this way, away from if Septimus and Saban are over here, I'm running that way. Like
Hang on, come again?
I'm running out into the woods, like at an angle, away from where Septimus and Saban is.
Why are you running away from your allies? What's the plan here?
So they don't get caught in the crossfire. I'm not running. They stay out of combat. I run around, into the woods, get back to the river, jump in the river, hide, then go, get across the river at a point where it's not shallow.
Okay. Okay. You start dashing, which is enough to get quite a distance. Let me just have a look, because you do have a head start, because you start quite far away from it. So DM 60 feet away. Okay, yeah, and it starts running at you, and it is starting to gain on you. It appears to be faster than you, and in time, it is going to catch up with you. But right now, you still have a head start.
Yeah, I'm gonna see how. I'll get it slowly back around to the river.
Okay. You know what? I'm not going to treat this as combat, as you're not really intending to do any harm here. Also, you're able to see this, like. Now Rika is being chased around by this thing, and you see her basically run away into the forest, never to be seen away.
Fucking Saturday going to.
Yeah, it is. Anyway, I would like you to roll me the straight up athletics to see how well you can keep up your stamina and keep running.
Fuck.
Okay, you're doing.
It's not bad.
You're doing surprisingly well, and as you keep running. You're really not doing bad, but it keeps gaining on you. I'm gonna have you roll athletics one more time before you reach the river.
Oh no! Shit! It always happens like this.
So you run and you run and you run, and you already see the river. You have it all planned out, and as you run, you can feel. Slowly, the horns poking in behind you. He is really close. If you let off now, you are going to get... yeah, basically. And you run, and you run, and you run, and you see the river. You jump! And you land face first in the river. You didn't run far enough. The river is still shallow.
Wait, what?
You didn't run far enough. It feels like you ran a lot more than you actually did. It appears. As you land there, you take 4 bludgeoning damage. You sort of thought like it would be the worst, so you went head first, but it turns out it wasn't. And now the animal's coming after you. Septimus, Saban, she didn't run that far. You still see her. She's like about, you would say, 50 or so feet down in that direction, down the river.
Rika.
Anyway, okay, so we're starting combat then.
I have 1 hit point.
Well, it's good that I can fucking heal you then.
Septimus, you can stay here, I can go.
Okay then.
I have
So
one.
one is gonna go start looking towards the bank while blowing in the whistle.
Blowing in the whistle.
Yeah.
What's the plan with blowing in the whistle?
Either distract it or gather its attention.
Interesting. Okay. You blow into the whistle. You rush over there. Okay. Someone roll me initiative. We'll already use the initiative that Rika rolled before. Okay.
No, not 16.
All right. We're gonna start off with Rika. You're prone in the water, and hang on, I'm gonna use a combat map for this. There we go. You're lying prone in the water, and please imagine this being a different token. I didn't have a fitting one at this point. This very Yeti sort of thing with, not Yeti, bull sort of thing with horns, ox, exactly, charges towards you. You're currently prone and lying on the floor.
So it's a yak.
Yes, that was the word I'm looking for. I couldn't think of the name.
No.
Okay, so it's basically right behind me, right?
Sorry, it's what?
It's basically right on my ass.
It is, yes.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna guiding bolt it. Actually, I'm gonna get up, and then I'm gonna guiding bolt it.
Okay. Go ahead. Roll that guiding bolt. Okay, that hits. Please roll me an extra d6 damage because it's currently standing in water.
Oh.
Nice. And you mess it up really badly. Like you see it coursing through all of its body. It jitters a bit, and it goes down, and you see it bleeding, and it's pissed. Anything else you would like to do?
I'm gonna run. Is the river's
Difficult terrain? Yes.
That's 10. Can I get 10 feet if I have
No.
it? Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right. Who do you want to give your turn to? You can give it to Saban. Septimus, if Septimus wants to enter the combat, or
Okay.
it depends if you want to. Don't need to.
I will join. I will shoot it with arrows from afar.
Okay. So anyway, who do you want to give the turn to?
I'm gonna give it to Saban. Yeah.
Okay, Saban, you are going to have to spend one of your turns to actually get here, I say. You know what? I'll say half of your turn. So I'm going to say you stand here. All of your movement is depleted. But you can still take your action to do whatever you want to.
In that case, I think I'll even make my action to dash.
Okay, go ahead.
Yep.
Very well. Okay.
And keep blowing in the whistle in my mouth.
Okay, who's next?
The yak.
Excellent. The yak. The yak is not particularly happy about what has happened. But yeah, I mean, it looks back at Sabana, it looks at Rika, and he's just so determined to get back on you because yours is terrible. You've almost killed it. So I'm just thinking. I'm gonna have to. Yes, okay. So the yak is going to back off. Backs out of the water, eyeing you. Air jumps back into the water and charges at you. What's the AC?
Me?
Yeah.
13.
What?
13.
Excellent. In that case, this is going to hit you.
Great.
You take 13 piercing damage. I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
As it charges at you, it completely is intent on knocking you down, but just in the last moment, you grab onto its horns, and while it does ram you into your stomach, you hold on to it and stay on your feet. Barely. And next up are the other two yaks, who seem to have heard this call for help and have decided to, follow. And same rules apply for them as for the barn, so they are going to use their action as well to gain more distance. You know what? Never mind actually with the distance. They're going to go... Okay. This guy is going to go around here, while this guy is going to go around here. No, hang on. Like here, yeah. And now the turn goes over to Septimus.
All right. I would like to use my bonus action for second wind.
Okay, go ahead.
What level am I? I am level 4, so
1d10 plus 4.
Okay.
Thank you, God.
All right. I feel fucking great right now.
Okay.
You start down here at the bottom left, but your movement
Okay.
is already depleted. So what would you like your action to be?
Let's see. Since my mood is depleted, I really can't do much else.
You
other
could
than
dash if
do-
you wanted, or you could take an action with a range attack.
I would rather take an action with a range attack. I would like to go for this demon yak right in front of me.
It's not a
and-
demon yak. That's just a token. I didn't have a right token at the time.
Okay, well I'm gonna.
It's a
call it
normal
demon.
yak. Just a really normal yak. I promise you
Okay.
guys, they're not possessed.
That sounds suspicious. I don't believe you. Okay, I'm gonna aim for this one,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to try to get it either in the neck and the eye, just somewhere where it's gonna hurt.
Mm-hmm. You miss. The crossman flies across the river into a tree on the other side.
Oh well.
Whose turn is it? Everyone's an option now.
Everyone's an option. Okay. Who should I go for?
You can go for yourself, the yaks, or Saban or Saban or Rika.
You know what? I'm gonna go for the yak that I just aimed for. That one goes.
Okay. The yak decides that it is going for Saban. Because that noise he made. What interesting noise. And he goes there. It charges at you and it sort of bashes its hand into your side. What is your AC, my good man?
18.
It hits. And as it hits, it deals 18 piercing damage. And roll me a strength saving throw. You fail and you get knocked to the ground. As it just bashes you with its head, some of its claws strike you onto the side, and it basically throws you partly into the river. You lie there now, in shame. And the next yak goes and decides, oh, he wants to get in on this fun. And so he rushes up to you, and while you are down, just rams its horns into your side. and misses. Just as it is about to hit you into it, you sort of completely flat down on the ground and it sort of goes over you and tries to swipe up into the air. But nothing's there, and you roll around back into position. Now the original one wants to have a piece of Rika. What's the AC again?
My AC is 13.
Oh, god damn it, I wanted to start rolling openly. Sorry, I'm gonna do that after this one. It hits. And it deals.
Yeah.
What? That can't be. No, okay. It deals 13 bashing damage as it just straight up knocks you into the stomach.
I am unconscious.
Well, that went quickly.
Yes, I am not.
Don't mess with yaks.
No.
Yeah, there's a reason why Shaban didn't fire at them during the hunt.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay, so Rika is out on the ground, bleeding in the river. Your turn goes to, let's say, Saban.
Well, thanks to that, my plan I had is gone. I don't really have anything I plan on doing now.
You could go save Rika.
Yeah, but I will take
I mean,
attack of opportunities now from 2 of the yaks. I'm really pinned down here because they moved in. Also, I will take half my movement to get up. So...
Well, getting up and making sure that that they don't get advantage on hitting you is probably still important.
yeah. I will be using the dodge action, get up, and then I will use second wind.
Alright. Go ahead. Roll for it. Alright, that's 8 hit points.
Then... And then I will give my turn to Septimus, hoping he has a plan.
Alright. Before you do that, actually, somebody else rushes into the combat, which is Irene!
Hey!
And she starts just sort of running at this one. And that is the end of her turn. Septimus, back to you.
She has a new token.
Hey, dark hair. Nice. All right. I would like to move 40 feet over.
How do you move 40 feet? Do you dash?
Wait, hold on. I have 30 feet, not 40.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind, my mistake. Okay. In that case... I would like to basically get next to Irene and take a slash at this creature over here.
Alright, go ahead. Go for it.
If possible, Saban would say to focus on Rika.
I can't get any close. Wait. Let me calculate. Didn't consider it. If I dash, I can get right next to Rika, but there's nothing else that I can do. Never
Yes,
mind.
yes you can.
What?
No, you can't wait, because it is difficult terrain, so anything in there would be considered double movement. So, that would be
So it'd be 25 feet,
30,
and then
40, 50, 60. You could get about here.
60 feet.
Okay, then I'm gonna basically dash to Rika and get on over here.
Okay, go ahead.
Here, right?
Yes.
Actually, where I'm pointing is 55.
Okay.
5. Yeah, but you can't move more than that because even a 5-foot step
Yeah.
within difficult terrain would be.
No, this is 55.
Yeah.
Where I'm going.
Okay. All right then.
Okay, so
That's my turn.
good. Who do you give your turn to? The options are. No, wait, hang on. No, I think everyone had a turn. So Rika, now it's your turn to make a death saving throw as this is the end of the round.
Yeah.
You're dying.
Oh.
In any case, Septimus,
Yeah,
who
that's
goes
true.
next? Why are you so unlucky?
I don't know.
We're
I
gonna
don't know.
save you. Don't worry. We're gonna save you. Hush. That does not look like a yak.
You rolled like 3 natural ones. No, more than
I think
that.
that's the fourth one.
Yeah, that's the fourth one.
I
So
know.
Septimus, who goes next? Everyone's an option.
How about Savan?
No,
Okay,
No,
Irene.
No,
Okay.
You can go first.
I took the dodge action specifically.
Okay,
so that-
okay.
yeah.
I'm gonna go first then. I'm gonna rush over to. Okay. I'm going to stab this thing.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. No.
What? What don't you agree with? Speak now or forever hold your peace. What?
You have potions.
Let's see.
If I fail
Yes.
my next death saving throw, I am done.
Okay, I will rush to you and I will force you to drink the health potion given to us by Strahd.
Oh, okay. Please do roll me. Shit, what was it?
Man, if this is actually poison, I will never forgive you. I'm just saying.
Nah, I'm just messing with you. You heal the normal amount from a healing potion. I just wanted to be a bit more dramatic.
What a nice guy.
Roll 2d4 plus 4. No, plus 2. Sorry, that's it.
Yeah, +2. Yeah.
Wait, which one has rolls?
2d4 +2. Yeah. Either
Well,
one.
you're the one who drinks it.
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey.
You're awake. To be honest, I'm gonna say this was such a short time, you didn't actually lose consciousness. You were conscious the whole time. But you felt how your guts were starting to come out. It was terrible.
Oh, okay. So I shall
Yeah.
vent my terrible vengeance and righteous fury upon this Jack.
The Jack looks pissed at you for getting up.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
That is why she was starting to die so quickly.
Oh yeah, definitely why. Okay, so
Yeah,
anyway,
that was what we're.
first things first, standing up. Standing up's pretty important.
Alright, you're standing up.
Second of all, this bitch. Holy shit.
How did you
He's
know it's a
getting-
female?
I don't give a shit.
Did you misgender the yak, Chris?
It, I didn't have time to consider its gender identity. I'm sorry.
neutral
You can very clearly tell by its eyes. Anyway,
Yes,
go
bitch
ahead.
is a gender neutral term. Anyway, inflict
Huge
wound
eyelashes.
first level.
You as you do that, it slaps your hand away with one of its horns and gives you a no sort of look. Is there anything else you would like to do?
Wait, fuck. Can I do something right before that?
Ooh, depends. What?
It is. It's just making it a quickened spell instead.
Okay, yeah, I'll allow that.
Then I'm going to, at disadvantage, shoot a fireball at it
Go ahead.
as my normal action.
once again, just as you are about to shoot your fireball right into it, it sort of bats your hand away with its head, and you shoot it into the sky.
Motherfucker.
This yak is not having any of your shit. Who's next? What do you do? Anything left?
Yaks.
Okay. Which one in particular?
The ones, the one closest to Irene.
Okay. That one is going to... Saban, are you still on the ground or did you stand up?
No, I did stand up.
Okay. In that case, it sort of looks like Irene, but she hasn't really done anything yet. And he's going to go after Saban again.
At
Like I did
disadvantage.
something besides whistle.
Sorry, why disadvantage?
Because he
I
took
took the dodge action.
Oh, good, good. Smart thinking.
and it hasn't been his turn yet.
So as it goes for you, you interpose your shield right in between you and its horns. Sort of slightly, it is starting to get to you. Like requires quite a bit of force to keep it away, but you manage as its head remains resting against your shield. And this yak is going to give its turn to Sabam.
Oh, mother.
Fuck him. Fuck that yak.
Why this?
Oh, god damn it, I wanted to roll openly. I keep forgetting. Next attack, I'll roll openly. Saban, what do you do?
God damn it, Rika. I will activate a use of fighting spirit and slash at it with a sword.
The one that you currently managed to... Okay. How's that work?
Just gives me advantage
Okay.
on any weapon attacks.
Go ahead. You hit! Not only do you hit, you crit! What are you doing?
Not a lot of damage. Not as much as I wish for damage, but it's decent.
Alright. So...
just kind of from under the shield, do a stabbing motion with the sword.
Alright, excellent. And which one again? The one that you defend against or the other one?
The one between me and Irene.
Excellent. You managed to hit it pretty damn well. Like, just under its chin, and it is starting to bleed quite a bit. Who do you give the turn to?
No, I believe the one behind me gets a very good chance to strike me, so...
Alright, he is going to give it a go. And this time I'll actually remember to roll. There we go. He actually misses you. Just as he's about to try and strike you, once again you just sort of switch around with one arm still in the gut of the other one and the other one to block the one that's currently trying to strike you from behind.
Yeah, also I'm guessing the poke kind of hides where he's active.
Exactly, you kind of use it like sort of...
yeah.
Yep. And it gives its turn to Irene. And Irene is going to... Let's see. Irene is going to interpose herself between you and the yak you could have scared away. And she's going to try and use some animal handling to sort of scare it away. So she's just going to woo, 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 at it. And the funny thing is, it works. The yak backs off.
That's good.
It backs off, but it doesn't exactly run away. It just literally backs off. It seems to be slightly intimidated. And now the turn goes to Yak over here. And Yak over here is still really pissed at Rika. Rika, did you stand up?
Yes, I am in fact
Okay,
standing.
right. That won't do. Roll me in athletics. They're going to try and put you on the ground again.
Septimus, you can do that. You can do the thing.
Yes,
Can you do
yes, I will try to use my. I would like to use my shield in order to protect
All right.
her.
Still, you need to roll athletics.
Me or Rika?
No, Rika.
Ah.
All right. Just as it was about to go, a shield pops out and pushes it to its side as it slides across the water. It is not happy. It puts its head down with its horns looking towards you, and it is not doing anything because that's the end of a turn. Except this is the end of the whole turn, so it goes again. And at this point, it is going to actually attack you. Oh, God damn it, I forget rolling openly. Anyway, it hits. You take 7 bashing damage.
Ah.
You take 7 bashing damage as it ramps towards you, but doesn't quite manage to sweep you off your legs. It is... Keep in mind, this one is particularly very much hurt. It is almost as dead as you are, but it keeps on fighting you.
Is it on 2 hit points then?
Anyway, we go to the next yak over here, which is still a little bit intimidated, and it's just going to circle a bit around. And the other yak is having none of that shit. It is going to keep attacking Saban.
Oh boy.
I need to get. I need to get actually into the mood to. You know what? From this point on, none of the rolls I make in the other window count. So yeah, there we go. It misses. And the turn goes over to Rika.
Okay, great. So, another one of these days. Again, I am going to use Quicken spell and Inflict Wounds as a first level spell. I'm pretty sure that hits.
As you touch it, you grab it under its head and you grab its throat and you pull it upwards. As its whole sort of weight sort of flirps and then necrotic energy pulses through its body. And you let it slip through your palm and it just sort of flops onto the ground into the water. Dead.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Right. So, now it's I guess I'm just gonna shoot that one that's close to Jaban.
All right, go ahead.
Firebolt.
Roll it. It hits, and once again, you deal quite a bit of damage to it. You hit this time. You hit it on one of its legs, and it sort of pulls it up projectially. And it seems to be losing a bit of balance, swiping a bit sideways, and now actually looking at you, howling at you. Not really howling, goes low like. Woo! Whose turn is it next? Septimus, you look bored.
No, I'm not bored. I'm just.
Next it's Septimus.
Okay.
Septimus, go ahead. Do cool stuff.
That's not possible.
Wow.
I would like to shoot a crossbow bolt at this thing that is right next to Saban.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna throw my crossbow away. Literally, it's useless.
Just as you do it, you click the trigger and it goes like, bling. And you notice that somehow it got word. It like the crossbow that was in it got unstuck and it wasn't correctly loaded. The weapon doesn't fire.
Ooh, I don't get hit by a crossbow bolt.
Yeah.
Hey, at least you don't lose a crossbow bolt.
Hey, you can reuse it. Yeah, bright side. Whose turn is next, or do you want to do anything else?
Well, that didn't work. I'm gonna try to get up close and personal. So, I'm going to wait. Is Rika okay?
Rika, are you okay?
Okay, I'm gonna move a little bit, but not a lot, so that I can go back because currently she's in the river. So.
Okay. Okay, so that's your position. Okay, who's next?
I'm gonna say the yak that I fired at.
No, I think they already went. It's either Saban or Irene.
Okay. Then Saban.
Saban. It's off balance. Now's your time.
Well, how did it seem like towards Rika? Was it seemingly planning on rushing that way, or
Sorry, come again?
when it was bellowing towards the leader of the herd and Rika, did it look like it was about to get ready to charge that way, or
You mean the other one that Irene scared away, or?
no, this one?
I'm confused. Are you talking about the one you're standing in front of?
Yeah.
No, it seemed completely, very much paying attention to you.
All right. I guess I'll just keep doing what seems to be working and strike at it with the sword.
All right, go ahead. You hit.
Yep.
That deals quite a bit of damage. Enough
Yep.
to hurt it so severely that it is backing off a little. You slash it across one of its sides and it starts bleeding even more furiously. It is very clearly blooded. It is about to die. It can't take another hit like this.
Yeah, kind of can do wider stance to make myself look bigger in its eyes.
Roll me an intimidation. Alright, not bad. You look quite scary. Your cloak is bellowing in the wind
Yeah.
into Irene's face.
It's funny to think this cloak is just growing in size as time goes on.
So okay, Irene is next, and she is going to attempt scaring away this dog. And as she does that, as she once again tries to woo, did I say dog? Oh, now the tokens
you
are
did.
getting to me.
Yeah.
The yak. And as it looks at it, the yak seems less scared, and at this point actually steps forward, putting its horn down onto the ground, aiming at Irene. And now it is Irene gives its turn to Septimus.
Oh, shit. Can I roll a real life die for this one? Maybe I'm gonna have better luck.
No,
Is that okay?
I'm sorry.
Okay, fine.
Listen, I've been rolling
Okay.
4-1 so far.
No.
Yeah.
If
you're
one
right.
must suffer by the curse of Roll20, we all must suffer.
Okay, alright. In that case, well, I'm gonna rush over here and I'm gonna. Wait, this thing was threatening Irene, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go for that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Rush over here. And. Straight up stab it.
All right, go ahead. Okay,
Oh,
how are you doing this?
Oh, okay. I would like to rush over there, kind of pulling my sword, alongside me, very anime-esque.
Uh-huh.
And then as soon as I get close, I want to slash upwards from its neck all the way to, its spine. and just decapitated.
As he slashes across the floor, or rather the water surface, there's a sort of stream coming up behind it. And as you slash it outward, there's a sort of after splash of the water as it follows your sword in a beautiful gaze upward. Roll the damage.
Oh boy, I really hope this works.
And as you slash it upward, you see pieces flying. You see part of its hoof fly upwards as it sort of falls to its side, yowling in pain.
Animal abuse.
Falls to the side. It's still alive, but it's bleeding profusely.
It's kind of hard to put down these animals humanely.
All right, who do you give your turn to?
I would like to give my turn to, you know what, Rika.
Rika.
So
The beast that chased you lies before your feet, dead. Another trophy earned.
well,
You see,
Okay.
you still see some sparks of necrotic energy actually zooming out of it.
well. Anyway, I start blasting at the one closest to Saban.
Go ahead.
Probably not enough to hit.
Oh yeah, shit, it's not. You miss as you, once again, your flamethrower just strikes under its belly. And it sort of jerks up in surprise, but you didn't actually hit it.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I'm gonna do that.
Alright, you can do that.
Now they cannot judge me.
Who goes next? Your options are
Um,
Saban, Irene, and over two.
Saban, Irene, and the two. Okay. Saban goes first.
Saban, your turn. You saw that beautiful display of Septimus taking up his... Actually, come to think of it, what weapon do you use, Septimus?
My silver sword.
You do not have your silver sword.
Well, then I use my other sword.
Okay, you use the other sword. I just wanted to be clear about it. You no longer have your silver sword with you.
Well, actually,
We'll talk about this afterwards.
We'll talk about it afterwards.
Okay.
Yes, so, Saban, you were doing?
Despite being a bit intimidating, the yak doesn't seem to be backing down, is it?
Which one? Irene tried to intimidate that one?
This one in front of me.
It's, honestly, quite frankly, chasing her away, it wouldn't take that much. Like, it is... These creatures, they aren't normally preying on animals. It is pretty clear that what's happened here is that you kind of provoked them, they attacked, but they're not willing to exactly fight to the death. If they see an opening to, you know, run away, they probably will.
There's no reason for three of us to have three yaks. There's too much meat to eat from all of them, so in character, I'm actually not sure if Saban would think that necrotic meat is very bad for you or not. But
One of them is dead, and the other two are near death.
yeah, that's
And one of them
thing,
had its
like,
hoof
this is
basically destroyed. So.
Yeah, I'm not quite
so
sure what
it's
the chances are of
something-
that one living afterwards.
yeah. So Saban will basically circle around it and just kind of do sudden movements towards it, and on the side of it, just slap it.
Okay,
Yeah.
roll me in a handle animal. Won't require long. Okay, that's actually enough. As you do, it just starts immediately rushing. Do you take an opportunity attack?
No.
Okay, and it is going to start rushing away.
I guess it would have been a clarification. If it would start rushing that way, then yes.
No, the water would have slowed it down. That's not a good escape route. Who do you give your turn to? Actually, it's only Irene that's left, so... Unless, is there anything else you want to do?
I don't think there's much else I can do.
Okay.
so-
Irene is going to... the thing is lying on the ground, and to be honest, it doesn't exactly look like it has a great life before it. So it's just going. She's just going to put there and raise a great sword, and aim at the head as it's lying on the floor, and is going to attempt to put this thing out of its misery.
She has advantage.
Yes, she does. She's going to hit that. So what's the damage of a great sword? It's 2d6. Okay, and as she puts it down on it, it actually rolls to its side, and the sword gets halfway stuck in its neck, and she pulls it out, and the creature is still howling in pain and anguish.
Fucking
And Erin goes, oh god, oh god, oh god. And
Let me, somebody else.
yeah, okay. And Saban, it's your turn now.
Yeah, Saban is gonna walk up, and instead of the head, it is a cow-like animal, just kind of try to pierce its heart.
Okay, go ahead. Roll for damage. It's still going to try to evade, but you know you have advantage.
Yeah. Also, I'm just gonna drop my shield together, like aim with 2 hands.
You hit. Roll that damage. You're not gonna take a long. And it is dead. You successfully managed to pierce its heart, and it stops struggling, and it twitches a bit more, then it stops moving altogether.
Okay, so everyone, if you get the curse over here, I'll do a new thing I figured out. I'll heal all of us at the same time.
Oh god. That was something.
Yep. Suddenly went not different than I'd hoped.
What was your plan? We just saw you blasting at them and then running away here.
Well, I was trying to lead it away so that I then could, get across the river while it's not shallow. Get to the other side, and then it didn't work out at all, as you see.
You look pretty hurt. Are you alright?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be all right. Again, I have something to fix us all up. You just you gotta get within like 30 feet.
Okay. Crossing the river. Oop. I guess they technically are.
Yeah, it should be fine. Though it takes 10 minutes, so we all gotta stand around for a little bit.
Okay. Should we
stand in the river? I'll start skinning these 2.
Okay. And ta-da!
What is that? Prayer of healing. Interesting.
Yes. 13 points of healing to everyone.
You all feel better.
Thank you, Rika.
Oh yeah, Daniel. Question. How fucking long does those temporary hit points last? Because it doesn't mention anywhere when they go out. I read it on the forums that it just kind of assumed it stays until you take a long rest if they don't take out otherwise.
It doesn't specify, so I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with a favorable interpretation and just say they stick around. They stick around.
So
Keep in mind though,
wait
they
until
don't
long
stack.
rest. Yeah, I know. But yeah, that's what I did read, that a lot of people have them stay until long rest if they don't get depleted.
Do you guys want to take this opportunity for a quick break?
Sure.
Okay, let's have a quick break, and after that we will continue with the misadventures of Rika, which is now a cartoon.
Yes, I said